All right, peace, peace, peace. Well, first and foremost, man, hopefully the Most High in your house shall blesses y'all is blessing your day. By His mercies we are consumed. We're alive in the Most High in your house shall's body, and two we're naturally alive. And I want to get into this, man, because you know what it is too. Even with the word, like here's the thing, man. This is the beauty of life, and like this is how things are. Honestly, my bad, I'm a little hot here, but um, how because you know what, like this is even in the word, like but even outside the word, right? Because sometimes let's get this Isaiah chapter 46 and 10. This is the one. This is how cold the Most High House is. That's why they're the beginning and the end. Like because listen, and that's why they told the end from the beginning, man. Because they're the beginning and the end. Because let's get this Isaiah chapter 46 and 10. It says, declaring the end and from the beginning, and from the ancient times the things are not yet done, and saying, my counsel shall stand, and I'll do all my pleasure. And that pleasure is give you His will, of course. Like most on your house does their will, but also to give you the kingdom, man. Like honestly, the inward kingdom, then the physical kingdom as well. Give you that pleasure, to take you back to the pleasure, or the place of pleasure, which is the Garden of Eden, which is the kingdom. But that aside, right? Because this, even I know this has happened. I'm pretty sure in your brothers and sisters' lives, and like even in my life, sometimes like certain things and situations and experiences, like relationship dynamics, like how things end off. There was really certain things in the beginning that was foreshadow or precursors, like certain things even like with friendships, brotherhood, friendships, like even relationships, like or even businesses or certain things in life, things end off. But you saw things in the beginning of what somebody did or said. It's like, dang, I see why that ended up like that, because in the beginning this person did such and such, and this person said such and such. So now when the end is, it's not really like, it's kind of all the Most High House brings that back all full circle. It's like, damn, I should have figured this will end like this, because in the beginning when I first met this person, my first couple months or sometimes even years, year or two with interaction with this person or a set party or a group of people, they did this or said this. So it's like, wow. And like and in how certain things ended is like certain things even don't even shock you, man, because like we see this happen look, listen, I'm pretty sure this happened to y'all brothers and sisters. This happened to me. Hold on, y'all. This has happened to me a lot too, and we see this even with movies, TV, and like different type of things, man. Like that's why even like in the examples, right? Like example, like even in relationships, right? There's the saying, like, you lose them how you got them. A lot of times too, with like this aside too, like even like with adulterous relationships, no matter if the man takes another man's wife or woman, things of that nature, that woman ends up going, probably during even the time she probably had some other dudes knowing this society now, so had a whole other roster of dudes talking to her now, or even if she didn't, like she meets somebody else and like or she's talking to somebody else, and that causes the breakup between that relationship, but it's all rooted in lust and adultery. So the reason why that doesn't work, and also hence you lose them how you got them, or vice versa, like that type of deal, man. So that a lot of times that happens, like in the beginning, that goes into the dichotomy or the end end from the declaring the end from the beginning, man. Because certain things in the beginning, you see, I'm pretty sure our brothers and sisters can attest to this. Like, certain things that people did or said in the beginning when you first met them, it doesn't even have to be this relationship or any dynamic, whether it's like personal, like with family, or like loved ones, like with loved ones, family, loved ones, or actual relationships or business, or just other experiences, like people, a person or a group of people said or did something, like when the end is like, damn, that person did such and such in the beginning. So it's like no shocker, kind of now it comes back to your remembrance. Okay, wow, I see why it ended like that, because it was kind of clear in the beginning how like it was gonna be, man. So even sometimes for the positive, man, it could be like, well, that goes into something else, man. Because some people are like, the Most High in your house has them in your life for a reason. Might be lifelong, to be honest with you, man. Because I remember watching an interview with Lil C's from we know Lil C's for y'all that follow rap, like that was Biggie's like right hand man. That was Biggie's best friend, pretty much, man. He's a rapper, bad boy, that whole era. Those that go back to the old school, the golden era, pretty much. And I remember watching an interview with him, and he said, listen, the Most High probably had me in his life, like, because he had me, like, in the beginning before he blew up. I knew him before he blew up. Like, I grew up with him, and also too, he had me probably at the end of his life in the same car when it ended for a reason, man. That happens a lot of times too. It's like, that happens, man. That's the aspect of declaring the end. I mean, the end from the beginning, man. You were there, like, he was. Like he was saying, listen, I was there like in the beginning, and I was there to the end of his life. So the most on your house, I might have that has more most of the time has people like that in your life, man. So, it was bound to happen. But it just is what it is with that, man. So, I think that because even people, here's the thing too, right? People don't realize like so much dynamics and things like that come from the word, but even people that don't believe in it, like, but a lot of things, that dynamics and like even sayings, even dynamics, even things that happen in life, it comes from the Most High House's word. It comes from the scriptures, man. Honestly, like but whether like that's why what we talk about a lot too, man. So let's read this Isaiah chapter 46 and 10, man, because declaring the end from the beginning, or and from ancient times the things that are not yet done. My counsel shall stand, and I will do my pleasure, all my pleasure. So yeah, because sometimes I even watch, like, that's why I love The Wire. I love, like, that, because it's the same game, but there's different people, like, even just like life, like this word, like, even like it's the same thing, man, but there's different people doing it, man. It's the same different characters, man, whether it's like righteously or wickedly. It's the same thing. That's why Solomon said, what, nothing new under the sun, man. It's that once you realize that, you understand things like that, and you realize that. Because honestly too, like, even when I watch, like, movies or TV shows, something like that, like a lot of times, say if you binge watching a TV show or even the movie franchise, like, how things ended or certain things are foreshadowed, like, or precursors. So you see, it's like, okay, cool, that is like, that is really like, the kind of the precursor to that climax, man. It's like you kind of see, okay, dang, like this is kind of foreshadowed that this will happen. Because it's too, I was talking about this with my homie the other day. Certain times those things, when, like, when a relationship, that dynamic change in the relationship, not always like, I don't even like use a romantic one per se, or like, that type of, with a man and woman per se, just any type of relationship, like, that like, the precursor to it, like, when you see it start little things, sometimes that can be just as bad, that can be just as even worse than the climax, because you kind of seeing things as kind of subtle, but then when the climax hits, you already knew it was kind of bound to happen. But it's just really because me and him, we was watching the he sent me a clip of the whole Jim Jones, Cameron and Jim Jones type of thing, and they said he showed him a video, he showed me the video of and we just kind of talk about it. He said, listen, you could kind of see the tension brewing between them then. I mean, in this little clip, the last time we saw each other, now it's like it is where it's at now. So, and that pretty much happens in life. So it's like, that's just part of the game, man. I just wanted to go into that though, man, because I think it's very interesting. Because it's not even because I had a situation like that happen to me. Like, actually got some news about some things. But then more I thought about, I was like, wait, this person did such and such and said such and such. So how it ended, I'm not surprised, because from the beginning you kind of saw certain things. That's why, like, let's just get this. It's all right, man. Depending on the dichotomy or the relationship, man. That's what it is. You don't necessarily end it when you see certain things. That's where going, like, being merciful and winking at ignorance. But don't be, this too. That's another thing for another day too. Because, like, that's the thing about mercy too. Like, people think like it's like the saying goes. Because people say kindness for weakness. That's another video for another day. I kind of want to talk about. But also, I remember I was listening to T.I. song on his first album. He said something, man, not taking kindness for blindness, because when we're being merciful with it, it's like, you're willing to, like, overlook it or let it slide. It's not that you don't see it, but sometimes it's like, it's just, you just choose to ignore it. But don't get twisted. The word says, listen, be not, Ecclesiastes also knows Sirach chapter 5 verse 15. Be not ignorant of anything, whether, or great matter or small. Yeah, man. So you see certain things, and you always have to say certain things too. You just let it play out, like, okay, cool, I kind of saw that. But then when things end, or like, you're not shocked because, you already saw that, like, honestly. But, but I'm not saying willingly, but sometimes you got to remove yourself, like, but, certain things, like, you peep and, like, just move on from it. But yeah, but a lot of times too, the end from the beginning, man. That's how things happen. So hopefully it's edifying, man. What's up to y'all brothers and sisters, man? So peace.